NLE Chopper, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing today?
I'm good and I'm blessed. Can't complain. How about you?
Taking it easy, man. Taking it easy.
Yeah,
Just to jump right into it, congratulations on the project, Cottonwood 2.
appreciate that.
Going crazy. How do you feel about the project now that it's out?
I feel good. I feel like it's a relief. It's a lot of work that went into it.
Mm-hmm.
Still a lot of work I'm putting in, but it's a beautiful project. My best body of work, versatile. I'm just real happy about it as well around it.
Yeah. What made you run the Cottonwood back? You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
making the second version.
The first time I wasn't in a great headspace.
Mm.
I felt I could have put my best foot forward last go round, and I didn't. Just kind of was going through the motions of just rolling out a project. This one I was more hands-on,
Mm-hmm.
and still is hands-on of just, making sure I control the narrative and make sure that I got a well-rounded project, So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. So, how long have you been working on this project itself?
So, pretty much like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest song is probably a year and a half old. So, a year and a half just working towards it.
Yeah.
And I never had a set on what exactly I wanted, but I just knew okay, my next project
Mm-hmm.
has to be versatile and it has to, be a rebirth type of feeling.
Yeah.
We're going back to Cottonwood. Cottonwood was where I was born, in Memphis. I just felt it was a rebirth opportunity.
Okay. So, you would definitely say you're a whole new person from the first version of the Cottonwood.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah, for sure. So let's break down a couple of tracks that are actually on the album itself. I want to start with that. Ain't Gonna Answer with Lil Wayne.
Yes, sir.
I really enjoyed watching you give him his flowers on the through Instagram and stuff. I thought that was dope. I love the fact that people are paying homage to Wayne this year and a lot of stuff that's been going on. So just kind of tell me how that experience was. Were you able to get into the studio with him?
Yeah, man. It was just a beautiful experience. I wasn't able to get in the studio with him. I sent a verse over. He knocked it out.
Mm-hmm.
We shot the video for it, and then a few months later, we dropped it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much in that order. And I'm just grateful for it, being able to meet him for the first time and, at the video shoot, just be able to tell him how much I appreciate him as an influence over my life. It was always something that was deemed as, a dream come true. So,
Yeah.
I'm just happy I got that done, and I'm just happy he fuck with me.
That's what's up, man. Kudos to you for that one. Another one that I want to talk about is that Champions. I like that song a lot, bro, because I feel like it's something that we can hear coming up next season for the NFL or maybe on Madden or something. So that's where I saw it when I was listening to it. Where do you see that song going?
I see it as one of those things of that nature, the same effect of a happy birthday song or you know what I'm saying, any of those things because it's seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
And, anyone can feel like a champion, right? There's basketball, football, soccer, or even the smallest things that people don't realize that, people are champions. The people that provide for their family, the fathers, people who fight cancer every day. So things of the nature, it's a both-sided type song. And it just resonate with a lot of people who back against the wall.
Yeah, I like that for sure. Next track that I want to jump into is that Dope with Favi.
Yes, sir.
That's a vibe. So break that down for me and how that came about, you guys' connection.
So me and Fabio, we was pretty much in the studio, and man, we just made history that night. We did 2 songs. I did one for him, he did one for me, and we already knew, after hearing the songs, we was gonna have to put some videos behind it. Just dropping. I told him it was gonna be on my project, and after that, I shot the video last month.
Yeah.
And, we just dropped the video this month, so
I dig it. All right, the next one that I kind of want to go into, I thought this song was kind of interesting. We'll talk about Habits with Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty interesting. I wasn't really expecting it from you, but I can kind of see just from social media, how you've gone through your changes and everything like that, why that made sense to be on Cottonwood too. So can you break that down for me and just?
Yeah, man, it was I just felt like I just wanted to make a freaky song, the freaky, real freaky, just to compliment, slut me out going crazy right now, and I feel like, a lot of women love to hear that side from me. So just, catering to the women and just putting Kevin Gates on it to know, I don't think it'll get no freaky of a song to me and Kevin Gates, so yeah.
That's funny. So the next one is the On God with Queen Naja. Thought that was pretty dope how you guys just came together and built that collaboration. So can you break that track down for me as well?
Man, On God is a beautiful one. It's one of my favorite records because it's so different.
Mm-hmm.
And the hook is just so soulful to me. So, yeah, man, it's one of my favorite ones. And shout out to Queen Nigel for putting it together, you know what I'm saying? Being able to put her vocals on it and bless it.
For surely. And the last one, personally, this is my favorite, The Cold Game with Rick Ross. I like when artists, they throw like the lyrical stuff kind of towards the end of the tape, so you give us a whole bunch of different vibes, but then you give us like still some real hip hop, some player like type shit at the end of the vibe. So I mean at the end of the tape. So just kind of tell me about that and like how you guys link.
I'm just starting to mix in, you know, my versatility through projects and just show people that I'm young. I can make the turn up music, but I can really rap too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was important with this project. And that was pretty much the piecing of how I wanted to put together this puzzle. And I feel like I laid it down perfectly within this project. And Cold Games, for sure, one of my favorite songs from a lyrical standpoint.
Yeah. That's dope. So, like, even breaking into, like, you being in these different musical bags during the process, like, how was it tapping into, like, what changed about your creative process through making this album?
I'm challenging myself, just making sure I'm going as hard as I can go, making sure my beat selection is perfect, and making sure I'm not rapping about something I already rapped about, you know, just keeping it as thorough as possible with my current lifestyle, the things that I'm going through at the moment, things that I'm living through at the moment. And within that process, I feel I made the best music.
That's what's up. I agree. So, like, over the past 4 years since you signed, what would you say, like, the biggest difference is for you? Like, maybe the atmosphere around or, like, just the energy, like, in life. Like, what is the biggest thing that's changed for you ever since you signed?
None really. I feel like my intentions just always been the same.
Word.
And I feel like as long as your intentions don't change, nothing changes about you. Okay. You know, you might change the way you express your intentions or, you know, the way you move off your intentions. But as long as the heart stay pure, I feel like nothing really changed, you know.
I could agree with that for sure. How have you continued to grow and evolve? Like, what goes into that, making you, like, the current version of Chopper?
Just looking in my mirror and being grateful for who I am, but always knowing that I could be better. You know what I'm saying? I always know it's a flaw that can be improved. And I have an obsession with just growing, you know, just growth. I feel like it looks good on every human, you know. To be able to look at yourself 5 years ago and be like, yo, I'm two different people in a good way, you know, in a growthful way. It's always something to look forward to. So, you know, I always set up 5-year plans. Right now I got a 10-year plan. So, you know, I wonder how I'm going to look 10 years from now with how much I want to push myself to be the better version of me.
For sure. That's dope. That's dope. That's something that people could definitely take and, you know, use for themselves. So let's break into, like, you know, who did you grow up listening to, like your favorite artist growing up?
Shit, Tupac. He my number one. So.
Pac. That's what's up. What does hip-hop mean to you?
Hip-hop, it saved my life. You know, it gave me an outlet. It gave me a profession. It gave me an escape. You know, when I couldn't voice who I was or voice my troubles or my traumas, my depressions, things that I was fighting. The booth listened to me. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to it back. So just being able to make music through the times where therapeutically I needed something to move for me, it saved my life and it helped me, you know, express who I am.
That's real. And then the last one to wrap it up on this question is, what's your most memorable moment in hip-hop?
Being able to, my mama being able to just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just be able to have my mama in a better space. Knowing that she my number one supporter. Because all my life I felt like a fuck up. I was messing shit up. And now I can look back and be like, okay, all them days I was guided. And now I can look at my present moment and be like, it all made sense. So just looking at it that way.
That's fire, bro. Well, I definitely appreciate your time, man. Had a great conversation with you, and I wish you much success for the rest of the year for sure.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.